we doing? If you like reseller content, board game content, all that stuff, like, subscribe, comment below. So we got a lot of board game stuff lately. My local thrift shop decided to downsize their toy aisle, which is definitely affecting me. So I end up looking more at board games than I usually do. I don't like taking them in. I have been moving them, so I'm just being pretty selective. Been looking at stuffed animals, been bringing those in, moving those. So this is an acquisition. Uno Attack. So, Uno, of course, timeless game. And a lot of these games will have like derivatives. Some of them are popular, some are not. Uno tends to have pretty popular ones for whatever reason. So I got this. There's a few different models of it. Spent $3. Don't know if it works yet. It has cards in it. It has specifically Uno Attack cards, and I don't know if those are different. I don't really actually know anything about it other than I know these style of Uno's devices tend to do well. There's another one like Uno Draw where like the card launches up and you're supposed to grab it, and that sells for quite a bit. So for $3, I figure we could probably do something with it. So let's see if the batteries are corroded. It's making a clicking noise when I hit the button, like it would like to do something, but it will not. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This takes seeds. Do I even own seeds? I do. I bought them for a pump for a inflatable mattress for when you go camping to actually inflate that bad, Larry. So we're gonna have to go grab those and I'll be right back. Alright, so we got some batteries in here. Oh, it made a noise. I don't know what this does. I'm guessing this is like Don't Wake Daddy, where you run the risk that it's gonna like throw a card in your face or something. So it's making a noise like it would like to do something. But it's throwing anything at me. Huh. Might be that they were not loaded correctly. Oh, I think that was it. Oh, there we go. So, Uno Attack. I don't play enough Uno to know if these are different. But by enough Uno, I mean I probably haven't played it in 35 years. So, we have sub cards in it. I'll just include them. It's not really going to do anything. Reverse. I don't even know what that one is. Maybe draw 4. Double. I don't know what that is. But yeah. So it works. Certainly not sending it out with 3C batteries in it, though. Costs more than the device itself. Taking those back. Batteries are big batteries. Very expensive. And as principle, I don't send batteries with any of my toys just because it would get astronomically expensive. And I feel bad sometimes because, like, people buy a toy and it's smaller, and I know that the batteries are actually, like, deceptively expensive for it, but such is life. Alright, so now that we know it works, tested and working, throw those in there. What can we get for this Uno Attack? So we got a few different versions. I'm not sure what year we have. So this is the one we have, though, most assuredly. Another one down here. No cards. Okay. And I don't know if the cards are necessary or if you could just throw any old Uno in there, it'll work. Let's see. 21. 19, 21. It's like 24. 17. Launcher only. Okay. Okay, so this is a 2010 according to this guy. 18 on that. 16. Doesn't say it comes with cards though. Alright, so that's a good baseline. 600 Uno attacks for sale. And I know the answer to this. How many sold? Because I looked. And 200. So 600 for sale, 200 sold is quite good. These do move. So we're looking at like 16 bucks right now. I'm just gonna go through and make sure they're moving. I don't know if the year would even matter to anybody. I think it's more than likely the same. Same exact thing. The 2005 one looks a bit cooler, honestly, though. It's got like the button. Looks like it would hit you in the arm. Those might be more desirable. I have no idea. But generally what you pay for these, you know, this one's 19. That's fine. What you pay for these, you're always going to be able to get something out of them. So yeah, we're going to do 16 free shipping, and this is going to be under a pound. Let's see here. Just under 14 ounces. So that won't be too bad. It'd be like $6 shipping. So today's adventures, I spent $9. So 3 and then 2 other items that were 3 each. And let's see, if I'm doing 16, it'll end up being about that because it is kind of heavy. Somewhere in there. So not too bad of a pickup. Well, the post office always makes out better than I do in circumstances like this, but all right, let's look at the next one. So you might be thinking like, hey, didn't you just do one of these? Yeah, I did. Same box, same everything. So I grabbed that one and it was in phenomenal shape and had all the parts. But what I was looking at when I did it was it going to be better to part it out? Lo and behold, I go in and they got another one, and it doesn't look like it's in as good a shape. We're going to see. Actually, I should probably open it with the expectation that I would be selling it whole. So I'll get the tape off. But if you look through the window on the front, it's either missing the insert for the pieces, or the insert's been pushed inside somewhere and they just didn't take any care putting it away. So if it's exactly the same as the other one I have, I'm just going to change the quantity on the listing. And I might list both of them, drop like by $1 or $2 just to deal with the supply I have. I've been selling games, but you know, I was trying to whittle down the pile and I started adding to it, unfortunately. So I'm just being pretty selective. I grabbed this knowing I'm going to sell it. Sell it as parts unless something crazy happens. Otherwise, I wouldn't be bothering with this tape. Something satisfying about just cutting the tape off and not being bothered with trying to painstakingly get this off without ruining the box. I actually didn't ruin it, but I got a little bit of the paint there. Let's tip the tipper open, take a look, and it is missing that insert, so this is going to be a parts one. So do that. See, that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't actually take any effort into taking this stuff off. But yeah, so that's the board. Don't need that. So we're going to part this out. So the main thing in this that makes it unique are the tokens. And these, you know, the thing with tokens is you can use them in any version of Monopoly. It doesn't actually matter. I know we need 8. Let me adjust my camera for a second. Get my batteries, my controller out of here. Yeah, so we need 8. There's the upside downs and the regulars. We got all 8. So that's about $10 by itself. Memory serves, it's like 32 houses, and this is short. 32 houses and 12 hideouts. We got 2, 4, 6, and 12, 13 hideouts, and that's weird because my other one also had 13. It's supposed to be 12. And then 32 houses. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 33. They give you like a bonus. Got that. So there's going to be deeds. And then rather than community chest and chance, it's Christmas lights and walkie-talkies. I've never seen this show, so should be 16 of each. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16. 16. And then we'll just look through the properties. So, if I recall, it's power company. The quarry is a utility. Complete. 1, 2, 4 modes of transportation. Complete. So that's all set. Then I got the instructions. I got a big pile of money. I don't know if the money's different. I think it's pretty standard. I don't know what that you could really do with the money for this show, being as it takes place on Earth. And not in like a weird dystopia future or whatever. I got plenty of cash. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to sell. Usually traditional Monopoly, what I do is I sell the money, properties, chance and community service as one batch, houses, hotels as a batch, and tokens as a batch. So you get 5 batches and you make $3 each if they sell. So you turn in like $15 profit. The thing is, they don't all move well. The money moves first, the tokens move, then the other stuff doesn't really move quite as well, unless the houses are special for some reason. So here I think I'm going to do tokens separate, maybe money separate, because it's no different than any of the other money, but it's the modern Monopoly money, so the color scheme's different. And do houses, hotels, and the cards, and do that as a lot. So 10, 8, 8. Where'd that go? There we go. That'd be that. Yeah. And some bonus dice. My kids love dice, so I'll let them have them. And this doesn't really have value. If you didn't have that, you probably didn't have the rest of the game. And I don't know if this is super collectible at the moment. It may be down the road. The show's, I don't watch it, but as far as I know, they're done filming it. It's like the final season coming up, or is already passed. But it will exist forever in streaming land. So it'll generate fans over time, and they might want this. So I don't think it'll rocket in value, but it'll probably hold value at a minimum. So looking at one more game. And last one, more Monopoly. So, Here and Now World Edition. This is like a cheesy Monopoly that they came out with, where all the tokens are different. This one has an electronic banking unit though, so I've never run into this version. So they'll do like traditional Monopoly, a lot of variants, but they'll do here and now every maybe, I don't know, I want to say like 5 years. They'll do one. I didn't even look to see which one this is, because the money will be valuable if it has it, or the electronic banking will be valuable if it works. Either way, I got tokens, and $3 again, so tokens pay for the whole thing. So what's unique about this is the tokens are all different. You get random selections of tokens on this. So I have 6, but they could be anything. So always sold them. So I suspect there's a collector's market just for every token. If you're a Monopoly enthusiast, again, you can use every token in any game. No rule says you can't. Alright, so first and foremost, the banking thing. These typically go for between 10 and 15 bucks, any of the banking units. Oops. Just gonna make sure no batteries blew up in it. They're there. Not working. Oh, actually, that was weird. It didn't do anything initially. So to get to work, you gotta throw one of the cards in. Cards, it's a fake credit card and has a positioned like tab that tells it which card it is. So it starts loading up numbers, and then you can punch in whatever you want. It maths for you if you don't care to math. Taking the batteries out and keeping them. Never have too many batteries. And it's just good practice to take batteries out of stuff, because I don't know how long this is going to be in my inventory. And those suckers can explode. Not that I don't climate control my house, but one never knows if they're on their way out and I let them sit on a shelf and this doesn't, for whatever reason, this doesn't sell for a year. I could go to, sell it, and I pull it out and I'm like, oh crap, this thing's no good. So we have that banking unit. That's going to be value. We'll see how much exactly. So it's going to be 6 credit cards because it's a 6-player game. So as family size declined, Monopoly followed suit and made the games meant for less players, basically. Originally, Monopoly was a 10-person game. It is now, in modern times, 6 or 8 people. But you got 6 cards. So those themselves are valuable separately from everything. You got the traditional community chest, 3, 4, 6. They're all mixed up. Monorail. So these are named after places in the world versus imaginary settings. Discard. So we might collect those. This doesn't feel like it's even been played. Honestly, these are in really good shape. I've talked about this before. The one that always disappears if you're missing a chance or a community chest card is the get out of jail free card, because people presumably use it as a gag. They'll give it to somebody, and then it just doesn't make its way back to the box. So if you're missing one, it's one of those. Again, the cards, that kind of stuff doesn't typically sell that well. I have a stockpile of it. I don't even list it all just because I have a lot of it. Alright, another community chest got stuck in there. So the houses are like pyramids. What are these things called? Pagodas? Does that sound correct? Ziggurats. And the houses are all different, so that could be a gimmicky thing that would sell pretty well. So let's bust out the tokens and see what picks we have. I'm curious if any of these are rare. I'd kind of suspect not. But just for fun, we'll look up what we have and see if they sell individually for quite a bit. Again, somebody might be looking to finish a collection. I think we're just going to end up doing them all of them at once here. So, all right, let's look up the pieces. All right, so we got a unit with cards for 16, another one for 15, a unit with only 3 cards for 13, just a unit for 15, unit cards 13, so, well, you know, around 13, that's fine. I don't mind doing all the cards if we'll see what's actually selling if the cards individually go. So whole unit for 16, whole unit for 20, whole unit for 11, 14, just the cards for 9. So this is primarily the unit and cards that are actually moving. And that's fine. I don't really need to separate them. So, you know, sometimes people have the unit, like I said, the batteries blow out and it's no good, but you have the whole game. It's cheaper just to buy this. But there were units solo for sale. And it seems these are going. So we'll do yeah, we'll do 13. Or yeah, I don't like odd numbers. I'll do 14. 14 on that. And then we're going to look at... Actually, we'll look at the unique properties first. Now I'm thinking of it. The here and now... hotels, houses, where they're all different shapes. So people are asking a little higher than the standard hotel houses. Usually those are the whole lot for 8. So this here and now has a different motif. This year they did all the different styles. All right, so people are asking 153. That's kind of interesting. It's not a lot. 3 sold, so I guess these are not terribly desirable. Yeah, well, whatever. Selling for like $10. This one was 6. For just the hotels, though. But yeah, we'll see what we do with them. So I'm interested now in these tokens. So we have like a cowboy. So that individually could go very well. A kangaroo. I don't know if that's a safari hat or an old school fire helmet. So I'll just call it helmet. A like old timey taxi. We have a Chinese dragon. Like an Incan or an Aztec or a Mayan something or other. I don't know if totem's the word. But yeah. A little curious. Here and now token. See if there's a big parts market for the 795. And people are asking basically bottom of the market, $8. Now that's BS. Okay, right? This said I'd get 6 random ones. What are the odds this person got the same 6 random ones? So if there's 24, that sounds like you get the same set. It's not truly random. Because this dude's got 6 completely different ones, including a pretzel. That's pretty cool. This dude's got McDonald's. I think that's a different year, actually. So people are selling the 6 and selling individual ones. So we'll see what goes and what we can do here. So 734. And we got 77 sold. That's actually not that bad. So this guy had 10. He had all the ones I have, plus 4 more. Sumo guy individually. The dog, whatever dog that is. These are the modern ones. Look, the cowboy I thought might move. Solo. 8. Wow. See, if he had all of them, so he dropped $60 just to complete the set. So I don't see any of the individual ones really sticking out. It's not like any of them are particularly desirable. As I say that, the plane comes up 3 times, but nothing's really jumping out at me, so I'm just going to do the whole set. And it's a 6-pack. Also, here it is again, so that it's just a particular pack of 6. And that was $12 for the ones I have. Yeah, so I don't know. I wouldn't say any set is particularly more valuable. The windmills seem to come up a lot, but I think those people are selling it more often. Yeah, so I think I'm just going to do 10 on those. That seems okay. So we got 14, 10. And the money. Oh, yeah, there is no money. Yeah, right, because we got the electronic banking unit. And the cards I'm not even going to bother with. People don't want them, so. Yeah, 14 and 10. That'll put us at... There. Not bad. Not great. You know, I like to triple up, but got close. It's stuff that's small, too. None of that's going to take up a lot of space. I'm really looking at space at the moment, with especially where I'm bringing a lot of stuffed animals. They take up a lot of space. So I grabbed one for my next video we'll look at, and I'm going to have to get rid of some Squishmallows, I think. The age of Squishmallows has passed. They've gone off into the reseller sunset, I'm afraid. So I made good money on them for a couple of years, and now I'm just going to have to accept that I have some really odd pillows in my home. So if you like reseller content, board game content, and the like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.